Hello, welcome back to Face TV. We are here casting the DreamHack London qualifiers, and the winner of this best of 5 will go through and be qualified for DreamHack London. And it's not looking so good for Penta right now. SK, they're just crushing.
Yeah, 2-0
or should I say
already.
NiKo?
Yeah, NiKo or SK, kind of the same thing there. But yeah, 2-0 already. They just won train 16-3, was it?
16-3.
Just without a doubt, just destroying Penta, not really having a chance to do anything. So I imagine, my personal opinion is they're going to do probably the same thing on Dust 2. But you know, you never know. If Penta get a good start, they might be able to pull something off. We're just going to have to get down to it and see.
Yeah, my winning criteria here for Penta, or well at least, okay, I'll put it like this. If Penta get a good start on the CT side of Dust 2, so they win the pistol rounds, they get up to like 5-0 or so. I feel like their chances to have a close game are there. If, however, they start on CT and they lose a pistol round and their economy sucks at the start, I think they're going to get kind of crushed because I feel like the kind of level of momentum and individual skill is very, very powerful for SK.
Yeah.
And on the first map as well in Inferno, we saw a situation where when they're stuck on money, where they can't quite get the buys and the AWPs in the right hands, for example, even just getting the double AWP going on kRYSTAL and stavros or something could be really excellent for Penta. But if they don't have the money for those options, I feel like their chances to win really sink dramatically. So yeah, I feel like a lot of this weighs on the efficacy of either side's CT side here. But we'll see the knife first of all, and we'll see then who will actually start with. So, oh my God.
Seems like Penta have the advantage here. There we go. Penta going to take it. So I'd imagine they pick CT side. Really?
Yeah. Usually it's like the map where it's kind of even. Maybe the T side's a little bit favored, but it feels better to start on CT. Most people feel like that. It's just either more fun or more comfortable, or at least you know what you have to do on the T side, where it's a bit more. You have more freedom. So here we go. We're going to be jumping into the pistol round, and I'm curious whether Penta will go with that aggressive cat play, aggressive mid play, and just try to really just take the ball by the horns, if you will, of the SK offense on their T side.
Seems like kRYSTAL's left spawn without buying anything, so I'm not too sure what the idea behind that is. Already a dink coming out of mid, Berry down to 10 HP, and yep, kRYSTAL just goes back to buy something, so that'll be good. He gets some nades. So yeah, we have some solid buys. Quite a lot of nade buys on Penta side, on the CT side, instead of armor. Only 2 armored players, so you must have something planned behind that. And they're same on SK, but 4 armors and 1 nade, and then Berry's down already to 11 HP, as I said earlier. And there we go, crisby getting the first shot off. All managed to take out AcilioN, as SandeN doesn't go for the trade. Knows he's low HP, flashes in, nice one there, and he will finally get the kill. And there we go. Now it's a 4 versus 4 with the HP of SK quite low. Berry and kadiaN both red HP there. tabseN as well is also in a similar situation. There we go, Struxy pushing out mid. He just needs to get one shot off kadiaN. There he will. One bullet will get the kill, and there we go. SandeN trying to trade him at top mid, and going to get the shot, but getting headshot instantly down mid. There we go, Stavros. It just seems like all the players are going to low HP at the moment. 3 of the players sub 20 HP right now, and just NiKo and kRYSTAL left alive.
NiKo's alive. He's got Kevlar. He's got a flash. He's got 100 HP.
I'm scared.
Here he goes. He's coming up onto the A-bomb side. He knows their CT's lurking. There goes the flash. There goes the head of tabseN. It's going to roll straight down those stairs, and he's going to find the next player as well. It's actually kRYSTAL. He's the healthiest player. If NiKo takes this fight and wins it, Theros to win this round go up dramatically, but kRYSTAL turns around and drops Berry. We get the trade though, and stavros is on 10 HP, but he only gets the head. That's it. NiKo's down. And that was perfect by stavros. That was a crazy pistol round.
That round switched back and forth. I didn't know who was where, what they were doing. I don't know if there was even strategy to that. They just kind of just rush and try and get frags, and it almost worked for SK, but kRYSTAL just getting the kill there.
But this is scary. We get the force spike coming out from SK. Pistol armor, scout in. Berry actually going to opt to go for full nades over getting Kevlar, so I like that. And it does definitely mean that SK, or you would expect that they would have a plan if they're going to invest in those grenades. So, looks like they're going for potentially the B play, or just straight out mid with a bunch of players. Can they get the frags on the entry? That's the big question. We have a really sick setup here. 3 guns aimed towards this middle offense. This is going to be really hard for SK.
There we go, tabseN with the first frag, AcilioN going down, and Hux is just going to go large with 3 kills, and stavros also picking one up himself, and that'll be just 2 straight rounds to Penta. SK just getting dominated there, only getting 1 kill, without, with a force buy as well, so you'd expect a little bit more, but whatever. Now they're going to have to go into a full eco, only 1 pistol bought on SandeN, and then, oh no, 3 pistols. They can make something work there, maybe get a frag or 2, and they're going to go, well, looks like a fast B rush here with the bomb. So straight in, only 1 player on B so far, 2 in mid though, so they're going to be pushing through the door there. Struxy on backside, we saw NiKo play this yesterday and he was playing it so well, and Struxy doing the exact same, 3 frags already, 4, and there we go. That's the round. Struxy with a nice 4k on the back of B without even going down at the end, and there we go, Penta onto 3 rounds, and SK will finally be able to buy now.
And my kind of one of my close game conditions was Penta getting a good start in CT, but it wasn't just a good start. It was getting it up to 4 or 5 rounds so they can get the AWP into play. So winning against SK's buy round here, forcing out an eco, and then getting the AWP into the server. So that's what Penta already need to happen. And SK, they're going to be playing the picking game here, and against the FAMASs, it's going to be pretty favorable if they find the right one-on-ones. But the good old Noah stack there is going to do the damage. Strux picks up the kill. We get the trade, though, in from kadiaN, and that is a must. He goes down to 1 HP, so it almost actually came out to be a positive trade for Penta. That would have been really nice, but that's not the case. And SK are looking to just get something done with this now. They are, I think they're probably thinking about that B split, but there is so much time left in the round that they can really try to create some more opportunities here and get a little bit more map control. And we have one player darting up onto the A bomb site. Of course it's going to be NiKo. He's just running up there, health or leather, just completely alone, looking for the frags. He'll see some feet and he's going to try to shoot them off, but he gets shot in the back, but the trade comes in by AcilioN. So now SK have a clear path for that bomb on A.
kadiaN is low, only 1 HP remaining, and the bomb will be planted for short, so they can retreat there. There we go, Struxy is going to be rotating from the B side. He might catch kadiaN off guard here. He doesn't actually get the shot off, and it's only 1 HP. This Molotov will do its job, though. Yeah, kadiaN going down. And there we go. SandeN getting a much-needed kill. They're onto tabseN, and now it's a 2 versus 2, and there's not a lot of time to rotate, and the bomb is planted for SandeN here on short. He peeks out, gets 1 frag, peeks out aggressively. Is it going to be too much? But no, he gets a frag. Anyway, nice 3k there by SandeN. Bit of a risky play. He could have just played the bomb, but regardless, he's going to pick up the round, and SK for the first buy round of the game.
Okay, so 1 AWP on kRYSTAL was what we would want to see straight away, and I really want to see how they're going to play this. So, okay, what is the setup? They're actually going to take a few players, like 3 players towards mid straight away, and kRYSTAL gets the pick. That's pretty brutal. AcilioN goes down straight away, and he even got shot off the server. I think he's gone from the server.
That's the crash there.
So I guess he was just idle in the spawn or something, typing, I think. I'm not sure, but he died to kRYSTAL. That is the end result. And Penta have gone back to a 2-3 setup. They are floating down tabseN into CT spawn, so it's one of those spots where you go for the entries and NiKo's going to find it. And that tells them exactly what the setup was as well. Seeing a player in that position indicates that there should only be 2 players left on the A site, and the other 2 will be on the B, like deep in the B bomb site. That's how this should look. So,
as pointed out there, though, they are going to be going for an A split, 2 up short, 1 up long, and now the bomb is also coming up long. But kRYSTAL holding the A site there will get the first frag. He hasn't noticed one of the players across though to the right side of short, and NiKo just sitting here holding the flank, and it seems like he might get a kill. I think that was Stavros rotating there. Might come short here. No, Struxy. But no, they take control of the site. Now it's a 3 versus 2, and SandeN is low HP, but as long as they can get the bomb down, they secure that $800 bonus regardless of if they win or lose a round. So we go SandeN going down along, and now they need to reposition to watch out. The players are coming from both sides here. kadiaN needs to get this kill. He goes for it. He does manage to find the frag. Stavros going down, and now NiKo is going to get this shot. He's just going to miss there. Struxy getting the dink, not finding the frag though. Bit of damage going out. Still just needs to find the head. He's just missing these shots, and oh, there we go. Finally getting NiKo, but still low HP. You could just wallbang him at this point.
This is really, really weird right now.
But he hasn't got a kit, that's the thing, so he can't really do much here. He's going to have to save the AWP. That was really close.
That was so bizarre, because kadiaN can just back away. Straight away, as soon as he gets dinked, he can just back away, but he's just like hanging out with his head showing the entire time. That was so awkward.
They really like re-peeking here, but regardless, they're going to pick up the round just out of time. I'm not too sure how Struxy missed all those shots, but unlucky for him. Now we're going to see Penta up on pistols here as SK do actually have an SMG bike coming out from AcilioN trying to pick up some money, but kRYSTAL instantly tagged down mid. It's going to be lower to 40 HP here.
And it's quite cool that SK made the right call there as well, going for the A split. Again, when you get when you see the player that's in CT spawn on that angle, on that timing, it's very, very, very likely that he was one of the A players, meaning that there's only 2 left on A, and it's kind of likely that one is going to be on long, one's going to be on the site, or on car even. So they're very split up, so it's much easier to attack into that with a split than it is to attack everybody into B. And they noticed that, and they went for it. So optimal plays, bit of weird execution, but NiKo has been delivering on these entries.
We'll get traded out though by tabseN, and then tabseN still peeking up on the A side. We'll get another second kill, but Barry also finishing him off, and now it's a 2 versus 3, and the last 2 remaining players are B rotators. And they're both in CT. I can imagine they're just going to go for extra frags at this point. CT is going to be smoked off on AcilioN with some nice tags with that MP7 through the smoke. Will manage to lower Struxy down to 50 HP as he swaps out his MP7 for an AK-47. And now Struxy here probably just going to play short, try and hold for some exits, but it seems like SK going to manage to find Stavros there.
It's starting to look like they're kind of bringing the form in again. It does seem like NiKo is still hitting those entries. So it's going to be very cool to see how he uses that. Because if he's feeling it, this is kind of like the star player aspect as well. You can make these crazy choices that look on paper, or if you're looking at the book of CS theory or something, they're inefficient, but they're actually kind of like plus EV to the players that are insanely good. And it only works if those players that are insanely good understand that they can do those things. Because some players that are already good decide to play it correctly, and they're kind of not using their full skill by doing that sometimes. He's been going for it, so it's exciting to watch, and I can't wait to see more of that. But either way, as we move into this round, we do have a full buy from Penta, but they don't have an AWP on kRYSTAL, and it does seem a little bit fragile, this setup. And SK are going to go straight out mid once again, just to get some entries. They don't have to commit to this, just getting the info. But they are setting up for the B split. Looks like that is actually what they want to go for here.
Wait, SandeN's backing off out of upper tunnel, so it might be some kind of fake, or no, he's going back up and they're going to be pushing to be with the bomb. There we go. NiKo getting the first frag onto Struxy, peeking into the site. Will suddenly get traded out by stavros, doing a lot of damage there, and Berry right in mid will manage to catch the smoke rotators there. Just missing the head of, I think that was crisby at top mid.
The crazy thing there is that that almost could have been a clean double for NiKo. He kind of faltered on the spray for the second player, who wasn't actually facing him. So that could have actually been a 5-man survival, and it is pretty scary. I wonder if they're just going to say, guys, that actually worked way too well. Maybe we should just keep doing that until Penta show that they can combat it, because that was so effective. And I mean, that round, of course, Penta, they didn't really have anybody in CT. And if you don't have anybody in CT, it can be quite hard to deal with. Something that we see some teams doing lately is they actually boost 2 players. Oh, sorry, they boost a player up on those boxes to the left of Crispy's crosshair right there. And that's really, really good, because you can actually crouch in that position and you're not visible. But of course, you hear the smoke go down. And for them to actually kill you, they have to run through the smoke. So it's a bit too exposed to want to do that. So you're actually pretty safe to then pop over the box and get some free frags over the smoke. But Penta, they didn't have anybody in CT, and that shows you just how devastating that B split can be.
SandeN picking up a nice early frag, and then NiKo will also follow with one on Stavros. And I like how they gave the AWP there to SandeN, as he had the best spawn for the long pick and did manage to do so. Now kRYSTAL here on the flank with an AK. He will manage to get one frag, just picking up the second, and there we go.
So here we go, 5-3. Now we get the next buy from Penta. This is kind of a pivotal moment, because 5 rounds for T is it's nice. You can definitely get some more on there, but really that CT economy, you want to establish that. You want to be able to play some rounds with your setups to really improve your chances. And here we go, we get the first challenge coming in. We know kRYSTAL's been loving those challenges, and kadiaN gets the tag on the player that was jumping. And wow.
Stavros all the way down to 19 HP, and kadiaN just missing that shot onto short. We'll try and recover from it, only losing 15 HP there, so it's not too much of a problem here. SandeN getting close to Struxy down here in lower tunnels, and he pre-fires us. There we go, Struxy getting the frag, and now it's going to be a 4-on-4, and Struxy has control of the bomb if he just pushes up tunnels, so he will notice it. And there we go, and now he's going to hopefully call for some players to come defend it with him. Yep, B players pushing up, and now Struxy with a nice reposition up towards T-spawn. Crisby pop flashing, lovely. AcilioN will go down. Now Berry and NiKo trying to take control of the bomb, but they don't know Struxy is just here. Berry just checking this corner. There we go, Struxy with the headshot. Just looks away at the wrong time. Now NiKo knows exactly where he is.
This is really hard with that bomb in that spot right now, and there's 45 seconds left to go, but kadiaN's going to actually get it, and NiKo picks up the 1-on-1 against Strux, so all of a sudden, 2-on-2. 38 seconds on the clock, and they can pick where they go, but kadiaN's just going to try to rush into the B bomb site. They had time to try to play together, but there was no trade. NiKo was too far behind, and that bomb is having to be recovered, and it doesn't even have time to do this now.
Only 22 seconds left on the clock. If he can push towards the B site, he might be able to get the frag onto tabseN and then get the bomb down, but needs to hurry up with it. 15 seconds left. I think he assumes both players are there, but there we go, right in. Does do some damage, but won't manage to find the frag. There we go. tabseN still bait-keeping, wasting time, and peeks out all the way and gets a kill. 4 seconds left on the clock anyway. Nothing NiKo could have done, regardless of getting that frag or not. Now before the scoreline of 4-5. Penta, hopefully not losing this round because of the money reset, but yeah, as pointed out there, they have got double AWP now, so I assume they're going to be sending one long and one mid, but is it going to be a boost shot? Yeah, it looks like so. tabseN boosting who I assume to be kRYSTAL up short there, going for the early pick. It seems like he's going to come into contact there in mid. Not going to manage to get anything, backing off safely. Berry all the way down to 15 HP, and Struxy in mid supporting kRYSTAL will manage to get the frag onto him. SandeN pushing out through the long smoke. Going for the shot, he will manage to take out crisby there, getting traded instantly, but he's got the frag we need, and now NiKo doing a lot of damage, going to try and push up short. Pop flash is going out, nicely placed, and tabseN almost could have got a double there, but only managed a single, but that's okay because only kadiaN's are left alive against 3 Penta players, and two of them AWPing anyway.
Yeah, it's a very awkward spot. Let's check the economy really quickly. And yeah, we can see that saving this AWP is definitely the best possible scenario. Also, maybe if you can get a kill or two, that's also nice. But this is obviously a very, very awkward spot here for kadiaN. Not really a winnable one if it's played correctly by the CTs. And we will see just kRYSTAL not peeking. And that's exactly what he should be doing right now. He's got his teammate covering from catwalk. So if kadiaN tries to open himself up to the angle, there isn't actually anything he can do, and kRYSTAL's just actually trying to get the spot there to make sure that he is still in that position. And now kadiaN's going to walk into that exposed angle, and kRYSTAL's going to pick him off. So 5-5, Penta do swing it back at the very pivotal moment to start securing some economic control, because now, as we can see, SK, they don't have any money to play with, so they don't have really much in the way of opportunities to, although that's they're going to buy up, they're going to force it up. So they actually can get some kills here. So it'd be really, really important for them to damage the economy now for Penta, against Penta.
Yeah, NiKo again with that Deagle. We have seen them play quite well with that on force buys and on eco, so he might be able to do something with that with entering a site. Here we go, Berry and AcilioN pushing up short, very fast, very aggressive. The smoke is going to go down to hold them off, but it seems like Berry just jumping into CT is going to get taken out by kRYSTAL. kRYSTAL getting a double, they're just lining up one by one for him. NiKo not managing to find the shot, but there, finally, with the headshot, kadiaN will also get one himself. Now it's a 3 versus 3, but the HP is low on SK's side. But luckily, bomb plan is going to go down, and that'll be all that SK really need from this round anyway. Stavros picking up a kill onto dropping SandeN, and now the only 2 players left on SK's side are pretty much non-existent in HP wise. kadiaN only on 1 HP. If he can drop that, he can do some damage. There we go, Stavros going down. Now kadiaN in a 1 HP, 1 versus 2 situation here. Nade going to go out, and that'll be the round over.
3 kills and a bomb down. That's really significant. That's very efficient for cost. So SK will lose the round, but Penta are in a little bit of trouble because SK are going to have a nice buy coming in the following rounds. They could even decide to get a couple pistols here as well to keep the damage up, which would be very nice. And NiKo's actually going to go pistol armor. They're actually deciding to buy within $2,000 or so, like a couple of them. So interesting choice, and we might see SK get the couple kills they need to keep Penta's economy honest. However, so far Penta playing a pretty standard setup. This is kind of a very safe way to play this. They're spotting mid, spotting tunnels, smoking it off. They have the 3 players playing very passively on A and letting Strux do his thing.
Oh, full white as well. He does pick up 2 frags there. Now only Berry and NiKo left alive. NiKo just pushing up short with the Deagle. He will get finished off there by tabseN. Now only Berry is left alive. And Struxy pretty far in the corner, knows he's there. There we go. He's down, and now Penta are up to 7 rounds. So Penta aren't doing too badly so far. 7-5. As long as they can keep this round up. But SK are actually buying 2 AWPs on T side, which is actually an interesting strategy. 2 AWPs versus 2 AWPs. I'd love to see how this pans out. They're not peeking a single one mid as well, so that's quite interesting. kRYSTAL The AWP is going to be boosted up short. Nice bunny hop there. And he might be able to get a pick into lower dark as SandeN pushes down. Here we go. The boost is up. And he just peeks away at the wrong time. And there we go. Just missed the shot there, Struxy. Going for the shot. kadiaN will get him mid-jump. And NiKo here and long with the AWP as well. Just trying to pick a player from CT.
Yeah, good start here from SK. They're going to have to try to get the bomb into a nice position. Although that said, kills are going to be coming in thick and fast for the terrorist side, as now it's just Stavros who is left alive. And let's check the CT money real quick. And okay, so this is they're going to be their first loss, and they're around 4K altogether if I read that quickly enough. So they're going to get $1,400 on top of what they have now. So after spending all of that, they're going to be close to Eco. So SK can, I think, break them on the next round. And considering that there's only a few rounds left in this, only 2 rounds left in this half, it's going to be pretty important to do that sooner rather than later. But I think Penta might be able to squeeze out force.
He's aiming just on the head of kadiaN. Only shot there.
So Penta actually picking up 7 rounds so far is pretty nice. I think they can be more than satisfied with that. Moving into their when they're going to be moving into their T half. So compared with the last map, I think their spirits are going to be much higher. And we definitely saw a much better performance overall from the team, from Penta in this one as well.
Definitely. This is their map choice again, so you'd expect that initially, but
that said, Strux on 21 kills has definitely been doing a good job towards B, stopping those B splits and getting the frags there.
Yeah, it seems like he's holding them off quite well, and again, SK have still got that double AWP, no need to get rid of it. And this time they are going to be both peeking mid early, but no frags are going to come out of that, and no damage either down mid, so Struxy getting aggressive and peeking B tunnels there, and kRYSTAL finally finding a shot onto SandeN.
So now NiKo and kadiaN need to get a response going. They've already lost a man, and they've not really gained any map control, so it's down to hitting the shots, and kadiaN's going to drop crisby as he goes in for a peek. It's going to be the last peak of this round for crisby, as Penta are down to 4 now. And we have tabseN by the car. It's a very risky position. You're very, there's nowhere to back off to, of course. But the surprise, if there is some distraction from his teammates, can be all the difference. And the flash comes out at a nice timing, but it's not enough. Berry gets the kill. And now kRYSTAL is trying to work behind this smoke. It's not really working out for him, though. Will they boost him up? This is kind of awkward here for the 3 remaining players of Penta.
Oh, but push through the smoke. Struxy will get the kill. He will be traded out instantly, sorry, so that's not going to be too good. And there we go. So, rotate coming out from Stavros will not be successful. NiKo will shut him down now. kRYSTAL just right next to Berry. Berry has not turned around. He's going to miss the shot, and kadiaN will punish him for that. And that'll be 7 rounds to SK now. So 7-7. We're going into the last round of the first half here. This is really important. And Penta aren't going to be able to put towards the best of buys right now. A couple of Famises, but definitely no AWPs at least. kRYSTAL might buy up with a scout, and yep, seems like he's going to use a scout here. And SK's double AWP setup on T-side are really working well. You know, NiKo just playing quite aggressive as he usually does, and kadiaN just picking off the exit frag, so that's really helpful for them, and seems like they're in favour of winning this round at least. kRYSTAL doesn't get an early shot. There we go, kadiaN going down. That's the AWP dropped right through the door there. And NiKo into the B side will get the first kill, and so Struxy get traded out instantly, but it's not going to matter too much. It's already a 2 versus 4 situation, and kRYSTAL makes it a 2 versus 1. That was a rather interesting shot there.
So this is going to be a rather hard clutch here for SandeN. This is actually a really important round, one which Penta were not favoured to win it, and this jumping could be dangerous, but there it is. Despite the jumping hitboxes being all screwed up at the moment, SandeN hits the shot, and here we go. He's going to return to the lower dark area and see if he can figure out if there's anybody pushing, but the CTs are actually playing it pretty far back at the moment. We've got 1 man in window, 1 on the A site, and 1 on long. So pretty passive, to say the least.
But only 40 seconds left on the clock, so he needs to hurry up and move towards a site at least. And it seems like he's going towards A, but Stavros here, right in the right position, will get the kill. And there we go, 8-7 to Penta. And I'd say that's a solid half of them. They did quite well there.
Oh yeah, considering that SK looked like they had actually broken them and started to get the better of them here and there, they managed to come back at the, I think, the 5-5 scoreline. And yes, the 5-3 scorelines when they started to come back. So that was really well done by SK. I think there was one really key mistake that by kadiaN though, that whereby there was like a 2-on-2 with when the bomb was like caught outside of the B tons, and it was a really awkward situation. But Penta were actually losing losing their favoured spot there, and then kadiaN just runs out alone. And it's a spot where if he just plays with NiKo there, they should win that round. And here we go, pistol, and we see the classic CT aggression up catwalk.
Yeah, expected from SK. NiKo's already pushed up a SandeN, just getting information in lower tunnel, so he's going to manage to pick up a frag and therefore back off, but they still don't know NiKo is at top mid. He will go down to tabseN, so it's already a 4 versus 4. And SandeN gets dinked instantly. 3 HP left on him. AcilioN trying to find a little pot shot in mid, not going to manage to hit too much. tabseN down to 71, but it's really not that effective there. And Penta just needs to regroup and go towards the site, and it seems like they're going to do exactly that, going towards B. We've already seen a push up mid here.
Yeah, that's...
He's going to be able to get the information, and look, he's flanking long. Not sure who that is. Just going to be right behind. kRYSTAL, though, will come out best in that. And now the 3A players are going to be on the complete wrong side, and the B site's just going to be completely clear for the bomb to go down. And there we go, AcilioN takes out kRYSTAL, but not really much they can do on this retake. 2 versus 3, bomb just down, and no kit on either of them, so they're going to struggle.
That must have been a... Excuse me, that must have been a call on kadiaN's side, actually, because we saw he was actually going for the flank, and his entire team went to the A site. So he must have called to them that, hey guys, it's going to be A. So seeing this late retake coming in, but not the numbers and not the shots to back it up. And Penta will take the pistol rounds. So that's actually 2 pistol rounds that they won now, and it's going to be really hard for SK to stay in this one if they aren't going to be able to basically take it back straight away. And I'm kind of afraid for them because they're deciding to go for the force up, and this means that when they actually go into their buy rounds, I mean, most of the time, statistically speaking, that when a CT team does this, they end up going down 0-5. Statistically speaking, after they lose a pistol round, they force it up because when they get into their buy round, it just kind of sucks. They don't have the AWP necessarily. If they do, because the player got a lot of frags, then he's not going to have any armor. It's just very hard to play with low nades and maybe no AWP on this map.
I'd agree. And kadiaN just getting an early tag there through the door into tabseN, so that's some solid damage from him. And though Penta still are looking good on this round so far, you know, not losing a player early, even though SandeN is pushed up into long doors, and I think they're just waiting for the CTs to get aggressive, as SK usually do.
So it's good anti-eco opening from Penta, just chilling basically, staying together more or less, and waiting for SK to make a move. And they are moving together, our Penta, up catwalk at the moment. The bomb is down, they should try to collect that and keep moving as a unit. Catwalk is a pretty nice way to approach the situation because there's not really any corners or close range spots that are too available for the CTs except on the boxes here that we see NiKo playing. Other than that, you can get up catwalk with pretty much the entire lineup for free most of the time in rounds like this. And we are going to see that happening slowly but surely for Penta. SK can definitely do some damage here. They've got some weapons to play with. Here we go.
Oh, nice drop there by tabseN. He's going to manage to pick up a headshot. Going for the second on long, he does actually find it onto kadiaN, and now SandeN and AcilioN are left alive. AcilioN does use that scout quite well, and SandeN will go down, leaving just AcilioN there in CT. He's going to be going up to short though, and I assume he's just going to be going for some kind of exits. kRYSTAL here is quite low, 13 HP on him, so he might be able to get a tag onto him and finish him off, but no, AcilioN's just playing slow at the moment. Obviously aware that he can't win this round, no kit, and a 1 versus 3 with a scout. Now that would be a nice clip.
Indeed, it's going to be AcilioN going for the save though in the end, and you know, again, just looking at all the matches because I've watched so much CS. I do rarely see, especially in Dust 2 is one of the hardest maps to win a force buy as a CT. It is one of the hardest maps for sure, and it almost never works. Especially these days, because teams, due to the fact that the CZ was so good, the Tech9 so good, and just the fact that, generally speaking, the force buys are so strong, teams are getting much better at dealing with them. And we saw Penta taking it really slow there. They had almost kind of executed with good coordination there. And we'll see a similar kind of approach. They're going to move all the way up long together. It's one of the best ways to tackle a situation like this. Again, you get loads of open spaces to work with. You can move your entire lineup there for trades and stay together. It's only one player that's isolated, and he will go down, but he got a frag as well. So nice stuff here from Penta and SK. If they get another frag, they'll be incredibly lucky.
stavros just at top mid is going to get some tags off. Going to hit NiKo as well. kadiaN is all the way down to 5 HP, so there's not a lot he can do with a USB. And AcilioN just going to be saving his scout most likely. Or giving it to kadiaN at least to work with. Yeah, I'd imagine AcilioN is now going to go back for some exit frags, try and pick up a rifle at least so the CTs can use the next round. It's going to make the most sense, I think. But here Penta are already doing pretty well on the T side, and they can just keep it up through SK's buy round. They shouldn't have a problem with winning this game, and then it can go to the 4th map at least.
So the problem with SK's next round is that it's going to be hard for them to delay the Ts because they won't have as many grenades necessarily as they'd want. It's going to be hard for them to take Angels because they won't have an AWP. They do have kadiaN on the scout. Is he going to keep it? It looks like he's going to keep it. So it's going to be very hard for them to basically challenge. So usually it encourages teams to actually play defensively. If you're playing too defensively against a good T side that can just get some good map control and then B-split you, A-split you with coordination, you're definitely not favored to win that in most spots, which is why it's usually difficult. And why TSM with their kind of gambly style, why that works so well, because you kind of trick your opponent into going where you're kind of stacked as the less equipped team. So this is the default here from Penta. They're just trying to entry in, clean out any players that could be hiding at the doors, because you don't want anybody by the doors to actually be able to hear what you're doing. So they cleaned out that position. They didn't go deeper into CT to spot that. They're actually just waiting to see if SK are going to make a move here. So I like this slower pace from Penta. It's actually working nicely so far, and they have their cap control too.
They still haven't utilised kRYSTAL enough to try and get an early frag, peeking out mid maybe, but I think they're just going to go for a short push here. tabseN. Just after getting full white. NiKo with a really nice angle here. They won't expect this at all, I don't think. Behind the barrel. It seems like they're setting up the flashbangs. Here we go. NiKo just ducking below them very luckily. The smokes are going to come out. NiKo jumping up. Still not seeing anyone. Going to be full white. Dropping down, and CT running up, and there we go. NiKo getting a frag, but will actually be traded out by tabseN there, and kkRYSTAL up on the side. If you can just check Goose, he just peeks the wrong time, and Berry will punish him for that. There we go, tabseN just getting information by jumping, and he will just die. Almost managing to get the kill there, and then kill from behind by kadiaN. Now kadiaN will back off into CT, and SandeN already down low to 5 HP after kRYSTAL pushing long, but Strux now in a 1 versus 2. This should be okay for him. SandeN's pretty low HP, and as long as he can get an early frag onto one of the 2 players, he shouldn't have too much of a hard time, but I'm going to assume SK are going to play together quite well here and be ready to trade. They don't know his position just yet. They do think he's on site, and Strux, he hasn't actually checked. There we go. First frag. Switch around with the AWP and also pick up the second. That's a nice 4K by him.
I was going to say as well, I think Penta made that harder for themselves than it had to be, because one thing usually that you want to do with the default once you clear the doors is you want to just check, is there someone spotting from CT? Because, again, the situation is that that's kind of free information usually, and if you see that there is no one spotting there, it's often that they're on a 3-man setup on A like they were there, which is actually really hard to A-split into usually. So as we see Penta clean up the eco, I would like to see them try to get a bit more information from those defaults, because if they had just realized that, okay guys, they're all playing really dedicated on the A side, that means their rotation to B is going to be very slow. So if you throw down the smoke on A, they don't even have any angles to shoot you from the A side of the map. You get a 5-on-2, which is of course very powerful. But they made it work, and that's really encouraging, because it's been the story of SK's individual skill that has edged them the wins in the previous 2 maps. But now as Penta, who are starting to hit the shots, that was a beautiful clutch with the AWP there from Strux, and he's on almost a 30 bomb again. This guy is very good.
Yeah, he's really performing this map at least, and even on the B site when he just CT, he was always getting frags, even if the terrorists weren't going towards B, we just rotate and get nice frags on retakes and everything. So he's playing well this game so far, and now we're going to see the double AWP on CT again. kRYSTAL also picking up an AWP on his own. NiKo and kadiaN might be able to do something with these AWPs and holding down these angles, and we can see someone in mid there. I think that was kadiaN just jumping to CT. There we go, a nice jump shot by kRYSTAL. Going to take out NiKo there on long. That's going to give them the entry they need. SandeN flashing out long, but luckily they haven't pushed out too much yet, and SandeN just waiting for them to get a little bit of aggression out long. But I like how Penta are playing here. They've got the first pick. They're not just going for a full rush onto a site. They're letting the CTs reposition, go back to 2-2 or 2-1-2, 2-on-1, sorry, setup, and then taking advantage of their positions afterwards. So instead of just pushing out initially after getting the kill, they're playing it slow, which is good.
Absolutely, and it's going to be the B play coming in for Penta, but SK have some good positions. This was the little boost I was talking about earlier. Yeah. It's so powerful to stop those B splits. And Barry is just completely wrecking them. There's the double from him, and they can't get their way up into the B bomb site. And this is actually one of the reasons as well that if you go for the B split, that it's often better to try and put the bomb through the upper tunnels, because you often see more complications happen through middle. And if the bomb goes down in middle, it's very likely that you're pretty screwed, because to get the bomb back is incredibly hard. Whereas if it's down in the B site, then okay, that's fine. If someone gets into the site, then they can plant it. But Penta not going to get the plant in that situation. And it's the 1-op against the NiKo and kadiaN op for SK. Can this save them?
kRYSTAL here pushing up short. He's going to get a few tags on it to NiKo, but not going to manage to find any frags there. Stavros still on this pistol. It's going to be unlucky for him. He's going to need to find a frag soon if he wants to pick up a rifle. And there we go. kRYSTAL finally making work of Barry. NiKo just peeking out just as a flash comes in. Will manage to find a kill of his own. And now it's a 4-on-4. But Stavros still does not have a rifle. And this is going to be a serious problem for him. Yeah,
it's very interesting to see how the decision-making goes to Penta. We actually have an aggression into the B-bomb site here coming in from Penta. They do have a man in there. I think it's actually Stavros. He's got the pistol, so I guess he was thinking that he could be a bit of a throwaway there for some information, and indeed he spotted that the site was clear. However, it's actually attracted the attention of SK. The entire lineup is now going for it for the retake, and it's kadiaN to take down tabseN. That's going to slow the approach here. They're getting thinned out though, the defense of the CTs, and Penta take the round. They are looking like they are just going to crush SK here on their T side.
Struxy, as you were saying, just ran into the site and destroyed. He's now up to 32 frags. 3 kills there, just trying to defend the bomb site before the bomb was even down. So well played by him, and Penta up to 14 rounds, as you said, and now...
What a ridiculous game he's having, seriously. 22 rounds played. 32 frags. That's actually really sick.
This could be a problem for SK. The Penta players are going to be rushing straight into the B site, and there's only one B player on the CT side there. But don't worry, kadiaN running through with the flashbang will manage to pick up 1 frag, get a second as well, and that will leave Penta outstanded by that. kRYSTAL is the only one alive. He's going to flash with the smoke and push in, but nothing he can do. Rifles up for SK, and that's going to be a really nice eco by them. kadiaN playing very large with a nice 3k as well.
Yeah, godlike stuff there from kadiaN. I mean, had he made a mistake previously, and I think it was a pretty big mistake on the first half, he's redeeming himself with that one. Going to keep SK in the running, as Penta's economy is somewhat crushed, actually. So SK, they actually have an opportunity to get back into the game. And Penta, they could actually abuse Strux pretty heavily here, and he's been really hitting his shots, so... Let's see if they can get some damage done with this. They have everybody towards mid and catwalk. And we see a very passive setup from SK. They know they're expecting a rush. They don't want to get caught off by any funny business. So they're just holding back on the most passive setups that you can have. Penta still trying to decide where they actually want to attack at the moment. Looks like they are thinking about the mid play. They don't have any smokes though, so that actually makes it very difficult.
kRYSTAL just being kRYSTAL, getting burnt alive there by NiKo, and NiKo's finally going to finish him off as AcilioN follows up on mid onto tabseN. And there we go, Berry playing CT again like he was a couple of rounds ago. Really well, does pick up a tag as well, and Stavros going down, no armor, will cause a name punch, and there we go, SK up to 10 rounds now. So possible comeback, but unless Penta don't pick up a single round, they could 16-14 them.
It's really a shame they didn't have a single smoke there. I mean, I was really worried about that when they went for it, because otherwise they get the bomb down. And I think that's like a second bomb down that's possible, just with like a really small change for Penta. Either way, SK back in the running. We've got more pistols out for Penta. They want to maximize their buy rounds. And hey, the aggression from AcilioN is not going to really pay off that much. He gets a single kill, but with the equipment that he had, should really have gotten an extra 1 or 2.
But there we go, a fragment to kadiaN there by kRYSTAL out mid, and NiKo will return fire as SandeN peeks out mid, does get a kill onto Struxy. kRYSTAL here with this orb, can he make something work? No, he's going to be shut down instantly, and Stavros alive in 1 versus 3 on the B site. Going to fire off some shots at NiKo, not going to manage to hit anything, just getting a dink there, 3 HP left on NiKo, right through the box, and Stavros himself is down to 12 HP, so there's really not a lot he can do. There we go, Barry finishing off. Right there from CT, and there we go. It's SK up to 14 rounds. Pentas will be able to buy now, so they'll be able to get an AWP if needed, or 2. Most likely just put one onto kRYSTAL. And they're going to try and secure the overtime here.
Alright, so kadiaN is the lone AWPer here for SK, and let's see what he's doing. Okay, he's going towards long. So what kind of setup are we going to see from SK? It looks pretty passive at the moment. Now, it can be very difficult to play the very passive setups because you don't get any information. So they're basically just waiting for the split to come and hoping that you're able to hit the shots. That's often what can happen if you're too passive. But we are seeing SK making a bit of a move into mid to see if they can get some info, or maybe some shots on this, the timing whereby you expect the Ts to start taking position on catwalk and Xbox. You can usually capitalize. Usually that's when you see the Noah stacks come in to try to punish that. It's all timing based. However, they're not going quite that aggressive. This is very interesting though, because anyone could just walk into the B1 site.
Ooh, SandeN taking some tags there through the door. Won't take a lot of damage. Luckily the metal doors did protect him there, but re-smoking off long and still playing quite a close angle. NiKo just pushing out mid as he does. You know, just his profound aggression will get a frag onto kRYSTAL. Going through the second, he does manage to land it. Struxy going down, and that's going to be crucial for SK's success in this round. Now to 5 versus 3, and Penta really have no response to that.
And again, Penta are playing for their chance to just keep themselves in this best of 5, for their chance to qualify for DreamHack Open London. Because if they lose this one, SK, they're already up 2 maps. That would have SK qualified. So they are playing with their last life at the moment. And that's an excellent entry onto kadiaN. He was AWPing, but in comes NiKo from below with that AK in hand. He's going to make his first entry frag onto stavros, and it's now going to be very hard to stop these CTs from just running all over the bomb site.
There we go, tabseN peeking down low. He does manage to get a frag, and then SandeN flicking back and returning fire. But the bomb is planted for short, and SandeN does have a kit. He's ticking away, and he's going to have to fake it, so tabseN peeks. Oh, there we go. Oh, unlucky for him, and it seems like the bomb's just going to go down.
Yeah. It's so hard in this spot with no grenades.
Short play is really, really good. And Penta will secure the overtime here. Up to 15 rounds versus SK's 11.
Absolutely, and well, NiKo's not been as big of a factor for SK, and Penta's Strux has really exploded on this map. He's got 34 frags now, been full beast mode, and we will see a very fast timing down middle here through suicide from tabseN, and you can see how powerful this is because he's going to catch up NiKo, but he gets the shot. Excellent response from NiKo. He never would have expected that incredibly fast timing, and SK now, they're up a man.
Look at that bunny hop though by NiKo right up short, and wow, I was impressed by him. And he's only going to be tagged down to 41 HP, so that's a pretty good entry frag. SK again getting the advantage. NiKo just playing so strong in getting SK these rounds and getting these early frags. So seems like the Penta players, 2 of them pushing towards the B site here. Stavros is trying to entry, but NiKo's dropped the bomb. There we go. Second kill of the round onto crisby. And the bomb is just left in mid, and Penta players pushing to B. kadiaN will not let that happen, and Struxy just left alone. Does pull out a nade to smoke off door, but there's still AcilioN, and he's right by the car there.
Yeah, and I really respect the dilemma for Penta. They're thinking, guys, we need to get an entry actually. We can't really take map control because SK, well, they're playing so passively anyway. We can take catwalk, you know, all day. It's not going to really help us. We need to get an entry to force rotations and then play off the enemy rotations. But they're just not able to get these entries at the moment. Here is the next attempt from kRYSTAL. He's going to whiff a few shots onto Barry's position.
Oh, nice nade there. He will do a lot of damage with that, and the Molotov coming in as well. He's going to push Barry out of position, but don't worry, Barry's still there with the frag. Go for a second with the pistol, and there we go. Penta being destroyed that round, and SK up to 12 themselves.
Yeah, that first frag from NiKo was really outstanding. Being able to just pull off that shot, just complete reaction, big flick. Very, very nicely done. Started the round off very, very well. And SK, just 3 more for them, and they can make this happen. They're up against NiKo now from Penta, so this should be a given. So potentially just, let's just check the Penta money real quick. And okay, actually thinking about it, they might only have 1 good buy before SK can actually tie this up here.
It looks like it, but you know, Penta only need 1 round, and so 1 buy could be good enough for them. Here we go. Full 5-man short push coming out here.
Yeah, they kind of need to eco twice, which is kind of ridiculous. They need a bomb down, and you can see that they're playing with the smokes to go for the short plant. This used to be the favorite way to get the bomb down, or try to guarantee your way to get the short plant at least. Use those wall of smokes, get the short plant. But if you've got a guy on Goose, then that guy can actually stop the bomb from going down every time, because he can hear the plant, the sound, and then he can just spray through the smoke.
But they've already put the smokes down. They haven't pushed the site, so the smokes have got only a few seconds before they fade away. So they need to hurry up and get the bomb down here. Pushing up kRYSTAL. I think that's kRYSTAL with the bomb. He's going to put it down there. Yeah, just in time. And NiKo does not manage to get the jump shot. Nice shot there by AcilioN. Will also get taken down now. Penta look like they're in the round to win this. 3 versus 3, and there we go. NiKo has been finished off, and kadiaN also saying no and return fragging with that, and that's a nice shot by Struxy. He's going to do some damage onto kadiaN, but you know, we've already seen his short plant. They can work off this. SandeN knows a position though. He is going to peek out. It's a kill onto stavros, and the defuse will come in while kadiaN defends it. And I think this round should go to SK convincingly there. There we go. Just gets a headshot, and the defuse does come in. So luckily they do not lose that round, and we're just going to get a little freeze there. Now 15-13. So Penta. See, they might be able to buy, but you know, 4 of their players on 3.6k, it's not very safe.
Yeah, it's a pretty troubling position. They're going to decide to take it easy, I guess.
But I like this. kRYSTAL's picked up an AK.
But he's the only guy that doesn't have armor, so it's kind of weird, to be honest.
Maybe it was a misbuy.
So he should really throw at someone who's got armor. I think he's just done that. Yeah, onto tabseN.
If we just have a look at the money real quick and just check if kRYSTAL's buy was a misbuy. No, they've all got around the same money. It obviously was some kind of a purpose. I think it'd probably be better to not buy that AK and just save for all next round, but here we go. kRYSTAL and tabseN go down early. AK being moved to crisby's hands now. Pop flash going out mid. Struxy going to push out. But AcilioN still here on the B side. Nothing happening around there. And going to go for a mid to B here. The CT spawn is smoked. stavros is pushing straight through it. Doesn't care. Gets a kill onto NiKo. Nice shot there. And now CTs need to hurry up and rotate. But don't worry. The Ts have actually already backed off and they're going short now. kRYSTAL just flashing over. And who's in the way to stop them? Berry there. He's going to go down as well. kRYSTAL now turning it into a 3-on-3. And this could be the round for Penta, even though they are on an eco.
They're actually favourable to win this now with the bomb down. The CT's having to attack. They've only got 2 flashbangs on AcilioN. They will have kits, however, but their positioning is not too good. So it's looking really good, and stavros is even going to connect onto SandeN. The second shot as well. Would you expect anything less of stavros? kRYSTAL's going to come up for support as well from Catwalk, but it is 3 against 1 here. AcilioN with everything to do. He's going to find a close player, and he's going to get wrecked. So Penta, 16-13. They're going to keep themselves in it. They're going to force it to the 4th map, which will be the choice of SK going to Overpass. So, really nice fight from SK back on the T side. Their T side looked much better than pretty much their T side of any other map we've seen so far.
Definitely, especially Inferno as well last night. But yeah, really good play by them. Was not expecting Penta to take that so convincingly. It was their map, but you know, what was it, 16-13? That's quite good against SK. Obviously having NiKo as well, who's been destroying lately. But Struxy really stepped it up in that game, and I think he really did well for Penta.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, for me, there was just this one really key round, which I'm just laying into kadiaN here, but this is key round with kadiaN where it was really well done for SK to actually reclaim the bomb outside B tunnels. Yeah. Then you got this situation where there's about 40 seconds left in the round, so there's no rush, and there's 2 CTs left. They know that you have the bomb. One is on A, one is definitely on B. So this is a situation where they could even wait an additional 10 seconds to force or to make it more likely that the CTs are more split up, because they're trying to cover their bases and see where the push is going to come and hopefully get there sooner rather than later, instead of gambling onto one site, which is very rare. And kadiaN just ran into B. He just ran in there. So I don't know if he had somehow had information that was clear, but that was a huge mistake, because there should have been a trade. Yeah,
that would make a lot more sense if they both went in together, because then his teammate could trade him. But just him going alone just doesn't really make any sense. It's just going to lose you a player, and now you're stuck in a 1-on-2. So that was a key round, and that could have lost SK really the game. It could be quite important in the grand scheme of things.
And it would actually be NiKo clutching it 1-on-1 as well, and you would expect NiKo to actually get the trade there, because he's probably the best player on the server to get trades. But either way, it doesn't matter, because SK, well, they've got a lot of opportunities to win this one. They've got 2 more chances. Overpass, they can't do an overpass. Penta managed to take that away from them, which is their choice. We go to Mirage as a decider. But guys, we'll take a very short break as we fix up the next match, and we'll see you very shortly.